Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a basic multiplayer game and how it works and stuff, and yeah. So the first thing you gotta note is if you are a new user, you cannot actually make multiplayer games. You have to have it for about 3 months, your account, and then you can, because there's a certain variable. If you go over to variables right here and go up to make variable, there's a certain variable called cloud variable that is only available if you've played, well, not played, if you've been on Scratch for more than 3 months. So anyways, click that to make sure it's cloud variable. Now we can name it anything. Normally I like to name it what it is. So player one, we can just go X player 1X. So I'm just doing that just because. So basically, this is a variable right here that you can see up here too. And we can set it to any number. We can set it to, let's say, whatever, and it will create that number. So what happens is that if you want to make a multiplayer game, there's a couple different ways about going about it. The easiest way that I'm going to show you today is using a cloud variable. Well, they all use cloud variables, but using a cloud variable for its x, and using another one for its y, and using another one for its x, and so on and so forth. So the first thing you want to do is make 4 cloud variables. One saying player 1x, another one saying player 1y, click that, another one saying player 2x, click that, okay, another one saying player 2y, and click that. So once you have all these beautiful variables in, let's change that to normal. These beautiful variables in. Stop. Go ahead and click save whenever you want. I'm not going to, but what I want to do is I want to make it so then it will show you what player you are. So we're going to do player check. Okay. And imp stands for I am player. These are all the variables that you'll need so far. I will probably add more depending on how in depth I'm going to go into it, but yes. So what you want to do is you want to go to invent, take out one flag clicked, go down to forever, and then go back down to here, set, player check, and set to, let's just say 111. Forever, actually no, we'll put a repeat until. Put a repeat until, player check equals 0. So basically, what this means is when you join in, you ask anybody that's currently playing, are you playing? Right? That's what the 111 means. And if they're currently playing, they'll send back a 0. And if not, then what will happen, this is what we're going to make now. If they don't send back a 0, get another wait. Sorry, one clicked flag, and then we get a wait. And let's say 1 second, just in case in delay. There we go, set player check to 0. So then, like that. We'll actually set it to 1. So what will happen is that this will keep on repeating until that happens. So once that's done, what you want to do is you want to go right to here and grab out a OR. that if it equals 1 or 0. And we go right to here. We go if then. We're going to put nothing into that repeat until. Actually, we could just change the repeat until and wait until. Sorry. I don't make these sort of type, the easier type every day. I normally make the harder type because they're harder, more entertaining. But what I want to do now is if then over here, if then player check equals 1, you go set imp to 1. And then we go over here, if then player check equals 0, set imp to 2. So there we go. Oh, there's no player check. That's why it's not working. Sorry about that, guys. So the next step is we have to make a player check. And what the player check does is basically, so if you are another player, basically, you want to be able to check to see if the player check variable ever equals 0. So ever, sorry, 111. If ever equals 111, that's when you want to send back if you are around. So forever if player check equals 111, 1, set player check to 0. Then we want to put a wait 1.1 seconds just to be safe because we have to make sure that we're out of there. And let's test it. So currently it's running, and we will, just for safety measures, make this 2 seconds. Make this right here 2.1 seconds. So when this does load, we stop it, press play, it becomes 1. We'll go over here, press play, it becomes 2. Stop it, press play, it becomes 1. So we got the info already. It's all done. And you can repeat this process if you want to do more variables, but you can't. I'm pretty sure the limit's 8. I don't know for sure. Don't quote me. But yeah. So the next step you want to do is, see this little cat? We're going to duplicate this. We're going to duplicate that. We're going to hide this one because that's with all the code. We'll delete all the code. Delete that. Delete that. And the first thing you want to do is grab one of these bad boys. Forever if then. And remember, we got to use the imp because you know what player you are now. So if we go imp equals 1, so this is going to be player 1. So if imp equals 1, the thing that you got to do now is go set, go to variables, go to player 1x, player 1y. And then we want to duplicate that, take that out, put that in there. Actually, we're not going to go set, we'll go change. Then we'll go like that. See what I'm going to do, I'll basically explain it. So you're setting where this cat goes to, this little kitty cat, to the player 1x and the player 1y. It will forever go to that. So it's always going to be over there because that's what I set the player 1x to. But since you're player 1, so you're imp 1, we have an if then. So if then whatever key, let's say A, if key A is pressed, we can change the player x by -1. Let's just try that. And see, the x gets smaller. We can do that with any key you want. I'm just going to do A and D just to show. And I personally like putting it in one thing, but you can put it in like how many things you want, just as long as you have the if then, and a change all in one place. Player X. So then you can see you're going back and forth. And the other thing is that if you want there to be a speed, like a certain speed your cat can go at, you can go make a variable and call it speed, right? And then go set speed to, let's say, 10. So when speed is set to 10, we can go over here and take speed and go up here. This is times right here. Put this one in, put -1. And this one you can just put speed. So then he's a lot faster. Basically, before it would change by -1, but now I'm just changing timesing speed by -1, which will always be negative speed. So then I have this. And then if we look on the other screen, if we reload, if you can tell this guy's imp1, this guy's imp2. We go over here. On the other screen, it's over there. We go back over here, over there. And that's the first guy done. So you can do other things too, like you can do up and down, left and right, sorry, up and down, and if you ever do a 3D game, you can do other stuff too. The next thing you want to do is go over here, duplicate that, put it in sprite 3, which will soon be player 2. I drag the other thing, put it in there. And we'll change this to player 2. We clean it up. And as you can see, it says if imp1. But we're not imp1. We're imp2 now. So we changed these two ones to 2. That's much of what you gotta do now. Change player 1x here to player 2x there. And go over here and do the same. Then over here, you also change it to player 2x, player 2y. Set speed, everything else is all fine. So, as you can see, it's only player 1 moving back and forth. Actually, this is player 2. Currently we're imp 2 because this person is still on. So now, this person is also imp 2 because I messed up there because we all started at the same time. So if we start that, imp 1. Start that, imp 2. So this person's imp 2, this person's imp 1, and yeah, that's basically how you make a multiplayer game. If you like this sort of content and stuff, please leave a like, please sub, and yeah. I'm also going to be making another tutorial on how to make a letter converter so that you can put letters into the data and convert them back. I'm just going to show you how I did it rather than teach you because it's extremely difficult. It took me ages to figure out, and I've never seen one done on Scratch yet. So, yeah. Anyways, I hope you enjoy the content, and if you do like this, please leave a like. And yeah, this is basically how you make a multiplayer game.